Hey ladies, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content. So ladies, if you want to either playfully punish your partner or make your man sweat or give his heart a run for the money, then you're lucky to have found this channel because I will be giving you what to do. But also make sure that he doesn't have any heart conditions, because it's no news that people do die from cardiac arrest during intercourse. So no cap, it's a serious issue. So you want to know his health condition, his health status, and play carefully. All right. Now, if you want to deepen the intensity of your partner's orgasm in such a way that one orgasmic contraction from the genital is enough to jolt and suck them in, leaving them gazing into space for lack of what to do about what you're doing to them and making them feel, then I tell you what, edging is the way to go about this. So what is edging? I know I have talked about this time and time on my channel, but I haven't dedicated a video to it. So this is why I'm doing this. Now, don't worry if you're not aware of what edging is. It's an age-old technique, that has been gaining some notoriety or some popularity in the bedroom, and for a good reason. Okay, now edging is sort of an orgasmic control mechanism. It is also called picking or soughing. So with those terminologies on the table, you can see that it's about manipulating your partner's orgasm to the point of unbridled ecstasy. And it is done by stimulating him or her to a peak right before the actual orgasm. But you do not make them fully reach that orgasm, all right? And then you're maintaining the state of arousal, but using different methods that would not make them release. It seems like, a touch or two, the receiver. But when you've practiced it enough time, you can thoroughly experience the benefits of edging, which is simply one huge orgasmic climax. Now, mind you, this is not your regular orgasm that hits you like a train and then leaves you with your head hanging off the bed. No, I tell you what, the huge orgasm that edging allows is one that gives you uncontrollable whole body spasm with your eyes rolling into your skull. You could almost feel your strength and the intensity of that spasm causing your pelvic to tense up strongly. So edging means that either you or your partner prolong ejaculation or orgasm to a point. It essentially brings you to the edge, the tipping point of ejaculation. And when you get there, you stop immediately. You stop immediately what you're doing so as to have that feeling subside to under the surface. Now, once you know that you or your partner has calmed down sufficiently, then you could start again to stimulate your sensitive area that, gets them to the edge of climax again. And then you stop when you see that you're about to climax. You can repeat this as many times, as often as you want, until you or they can't take it anymore. And you just make that waiting over. Now, by the end, your orgasm will feel more intense because of the build-up of the tension. It will be much more intense than what you usually feel if you had just done it once. Now, for better understanding, let me explain it in literal form. So assuming you're stroking a man's joystick, especially one who is expressive and he moans, he groans, right? Let him tell you when he's about to come whilst you're working on his weapon of mass destruction. Let him let you know when you're about to come, because that's the only way that they can stop the action from getting you to tip over the cliff. So as soon as your man notifies you that he's about to come, you stop whatever motion that you're applying on his joystick by holding the tip of the joystick between your thumb, your index finger, and your middle finger. This will just prevent him from ejaculating. So basically, edging is sexually stimulating your partner to the point of orgasm and stopping right before they fall off the cliff, right before they actually release or right before they actually orgasm. This is to prolong pleasure, and when repeated over and over in a session, it definitely deepens the orgasmic contraction that you would receive, and then the sensitivity becomes really heightened. All you need to know about edging is that it involves cycles of stimulation that can lead some people to a more intense orgasm. And if you ejaculate prematurely, you may find edging beneficial because it can increase the duration of sexual activities that you engage in. All right? So it's more or less a delay gratification mechanism, if that makes any sense to you. Do you get what I mean? All right then. Now, another thing that edging can do for you and your partner is that edging can help you time your orgasm with your partner's orgasm. Of course, we know that, the chances of two partners climaxing at the same time are pretty slim, pretty low, right? It happens, no doubt, mostly in movies, but you can actually make it a reality if you apply edging. So if you know how to edge yourself, you can make sure that you time your climax just right, and of course, you make the whole thing last much longer too. And this is especially good because of the orgasm gap between men and women. Of course, we do know that women take a longer period of time for us, because I'm a woman. It takes a longer period of time for us to reach our orgasm, and it takes a shorter period of time for a man to reach his orgasm. So men can learn to edge themselves while they keep on finding ways to bring their wives closer to the edge. All right, where both of them can now climax at the same time. So if you know that you're about to come, you just edge yourself and then you walk your woman to the edge. And when you know that she's at the edge, you can release yourself. You bring yourself to the edge as well, and then you both can come together. And then if you're into challenges and competing with yourself, this is another great way to get maximum pleasure while testing and growing your mental strength, because to edge is to have a strong mental capability to handle the urge to come. I mean, come on, let's live life on the edge. You know what I mean? So there is nothing wrong with having your partner try edging on you. It's absolutely fantastic for your sex life. However, if you don't try this on your own, you're not allowing yourself that time to focus on your body and mind, because you really need that time for yourself to understand your body. Because the more time that you spend edging yourself, the better the control you would have over your body while you are with your partner. And men, you can also learn to last way longer in bed by learning to control the point when you are about to ejaculate. This is one of the beneficial thing about edging. All right. Now, I need you to understand the point of no return when we talk about edging. There is a tipping point. And if you want to learn how to edge, you have to know where this tipping point is. You need to test yourself to see where the point of no return is for you. So consider it a trial and error kind of method, but it's pretty fun finding out. So the point of no return is when you are about to come. Everyone is different. Some people take a longer period to come than the others. So to find that point, you need to have some time alone. Get your hands down in your panties and learn to read your body's reaction. All right. You might be wondering what the point feels like. How can you differentiate between, the point where you're about to tip over the edge to when it's just building? All right. In a general sense, many people experience this sensation when they're at the point of no return. I will tell you what they experience. Number one, your breathing becomes fast and shallow. Number two, your body tenses up. Like there is this you know how you want to orgasm. Your body tenses up, all right? 3, you need more stimulation. 4, you feel an overwhelming, intense need to come. And 5, all your attention is focused on your genitals. That's when you know that you hit the point of no return and edging is just a little too late. So you need to learn when you're just about to hit that point and then you stop. Hands off, whatever you're doing that's making you want to, climax. Back away. Just try to control your breathing and wait for a while, and then wait for a while till everything subsides, and then you start all over again. And then you stop yourself from reaching your orgasm, and then you start again. Now, to stop yourself from reaching your orgasm and to learn how to edge yourself better, you need to get your pelvic floor muscles involved. This is where you apply the Kegel technique. And to do this, you need to squeeze your PC muscle tightly. You need to pretend like you're trying to stop yourself from peeing or from taking a leak. And by practicing this exercise, you will be able to build that physical strength to prevent yourself from reaching your climax or from ejaculating. Now, how can a male perform, edging on females or on a female partner? Now, there are a variety of ways, of methods that you could use to perform edging. But the easiest way would be with the use of, the clit. Now, a G-spot orgasm is just stimulation of the inner part of the clitoris through the vaginal wall. So the external part would be a better marker to get you started. You could perform edging using, conventional stimulating methods like rubbing and licking, but you have to know when to moderate your movement. And that comes from your partner telling you when you're about to climax, all right? Telling you or communicating with you about how they feel and how they want to climax in the next few minutes. And it also involves your ability to listen to her reaction and read their bodies properly. So if your partner tells you she's about to come when you're having sex, then you need to slow down and stop thrusting her while staying inside of her. You don't have to, withdraw. So if she's under you, you could just lift yourself up and pause, giving her time to regulate her breathing. Now, once she feels the wave of pleasure subsiding, you can now get back to thrusting again and building up another edge until you're ready to take her to the actual orgasm. But also have it in mind that stimulating her too much can lead to a quick orgasm, while stimulating her a little would end up, pushing her to an early refractory period without the orgasm. And the refractory period is when you have to build yourself up to an orgasm. And sometimes it's harder to build a woman to an orgasm when she's in a refractive state. So you have to be alert. So you might be thinking, what does the eventual edging orgasm feel like? It's strong. It's stronger than the normal, because you've brought yourself to the edge and you've managed to control yourself several times. Let's assume maybe you managed to control yourself 5 times, not falling off the edge. All of the tension is building and building and building to a crescendo. At some point, there has to be a release, and it's going to be a sweet one, a deeper one, a very intense one. It's going to be a longer one, and the longer you can learn how to edge yourself for, the more intense the orgasm is likely going to be. But then again, you need to remember that everyone is different. Your friend might tell you about edging and having, a cataclysmic orgasm that makes her toes coil and her eyes, sink into the skull. But you might just try it a few times and find it great, all right, but not mind-blowing. So what you need to do is stick with it and keep building your control. The more you practice, the more you will earn from it. Okay, so go on and practice what I've just told you and come back with feedbacks. You know how I love feedbacks. And don't you forget to subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe, don't fail to click on the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a video, all right? Until I come your way again, same time tomorrow. Stay blessed and know that I love you.